Hello, beautiful people. How are you guys doing? I am Bulldog 917, your host. You know, of course, the host with the most. And yeah, you don't have to adjust your screen. Yes, you are, in fact, on a plate. Yeah. Ah, there you go. Yeah, that's better, huh? I look like an angel. There you go. There you go. So, how's everybody doing? Just wanted to jump on here and give a little bit of an update anyway. I've been extremely busy the last few days. A couple times, guards weren't showing up. I was doing overtime, was bound over. Monday, I was bound over. I did a 15-hour shift, which was a little bit of a nightmare. The next day, I was dealing with that stuff that I had going on with my insurance company. I had ended up discovering a few things. On the 20th, I went and made my insurance payment. For some reason, they wanted to gouge me for over $300. Kind of pissed me off at the fact that this insurance company had been very quick to ask me for money, but with little to no results to anything. So I kind of called them and snapped on them a bit, and come to find out the reasoning why they had wanted me to pay this additional monies, which to me, I think it's really hideous because of us going through the pandemic that we're going through. In the beginning part of this year, I was having difficulties keeping up on everything because not that my company or the place that I work for has been lacking work. It's just that some of the contractors that they're going through, they had a little bit of trouble getting paid accordingly. So what's transpired here is it slowed down us getting paid. So it put a little bit of a damper on things, made it harder to pay your rent or to pay your mortgage, or pay your bills and stuff like that on time, which was a little disturbing to find that I guess insurance companies weren't on that list of, oh, you got to be compassionate. So I was late a couple of times on making my payments because due to the lack of me not having my paycheck. And they decided, I guess it's according to their policy, okay, and this is all state, by the way, that if you're late on your payment, and they don't tell you about it, it just springs on you. Um, Two times out of the quarter, they have a tendency. They have it set in their policy. They must collect your annual um, full 6 month kind of ordeal up front. But the good news of that is once that's established and you went through that quarter, they'll allow you to go back to month. Um, Kind of upset at the fact that they did this to me, which made no sense for them to do it. Um, but I did end up getting that squared away. But they also discovered a few other things too. Like I was very displeased at the fact that they didn't handle that deal with my light bar very well. Like I said, they were quick to take my money, but yet I got all this coverage and it was being meaningless to them. It just seemed like it. My Amber Light bar was stolen back in July. And when I checked on my app, because when I talked to the agent said, well, hold by your phone. Somebody will reach you. regarding this so we can settle it out. And it was fine. I waited forever. Well, when I went to go make my payment on their app, it said that the claim had been closed. I called and found out I don't think they were intending on wanting to deal with it or something. They were saying that they tried to contact me, but yet I have no messages, nothing indicating that they were trying to reach out to me. So I made it a breath and apparent to bring this attention to them that it's funny how, because let me think, what was it, June of last year? Sometime around there when I was working with the company I'm working for, or a previous company, when I was going around setting up contracts for them, trying to get business for them, uh, I went to a business complex to speak to a representative in a realtor's office. And when I was parked in their tight net parking lot, someone in that parking lot took the liberty of, I don't know, how do you want to say it, side swiping my vehicle. And I went to the insurance company and went to file a claim because it wasn't my fault. Didn't make any sense as to why, well, what doesn't make any sense is when this occurred, I went to the security of the place that I was at and asked them if they had any footage, any cameras out in their parking lot. Well, supposedly they don't. And it kind of pissed me off because I had just gotten this car not too long prior to that. And now I'm dealing with a major damage done to the passenger side of my car. So the agent, as I had come to find out, because I was doing all this bitching, because what the agent had explained to me is that I could put it as a claim against my insurance, but if the damages exceed $1,501, it would have to go against my driver's license, which makes no sense whatsoever. Now, I have never filed a claim on an insurance company, an automobile insurance company at that ever. And I kind of made it that kind of point to let him know that as to what I needed to do to file it. Well, this guy was brushing me under a rug. The lady at the office told me, she said, well, he's got it listed down here that you caused it. I says, if I caused it, then why is the police involved? Why isn't any of that? I says, it doesn't. I told him about what happened. I don't know how he can interpret it as it being my fault. What, because I was there? Well, the lady said, no. Obviously, if you were sideswiped, then it isn't your problem. It isn't your fault. I said, you're damn right it's not my fault. But more or less, they reopened it and they chose to fix it. So yesterday, I went down and went through the morale of turning my vehicle in and stuff like that. And they took me to, they had Enterprise Rental pick me up because obviously I'm going to need a rental. And they took me to the Enterprise place. And for some reason, they didn't schedule the event because they knew that I was going to need a rental so that way I can get back and forth to work. So they sat there and told me, they said, hey, look, and Enterprise Rental was really great. They're fantastic. They didn't have what was considered on my insurance policy to cover for rental per se. So what they did is they said, listen, you can just pay the taxes on the rental that we can give you, and it only charge you like $5 a day. Meanwhile, the remainder will go back to your insurance company. And you should have seen what they released to me, folks. I'll show that to you here in a moment. But what they ended up releasing to me was an awesome vehicle. Shit. Tell you what, I'd love to get my hands on this. Things will work out here in the next year or so. Maybe I'll look into getting something like this because, man, it is tight. I love it. But what they released to me was a 2020 Nissan Pathfinder. Man, this baby's a jewel. It drives nice and smooth. And the gadgets that are on this car, I swear to God, it's like being in a captain's seat. And you're directing a ship, for God's sakes. It's got all the bells and whistles, the navigational system. One feature on here that's really blowing my mind is it has a complete 360 view around the vehicle in 2 ways, to where that when you go in reverse, it shows a complete view of all the way around. Love that feature. When you guys see this thing, me at first I was kind of skeptical wanting to take it because it's a big vehicle. But it's sweet. Now supposedly they call let's see here. Hey Jordan, how you doing, brother? Well, it's good to see you too, brother. So Chambers. Am I still friends with Doug? Well, I don't know. We haven't hooked up yet. Couldn't answer that. I don't know. Tell you this much, I don't know what you're trying to get at there with Soul Chambers, but Edward. Hey, Edward. That's good, Jordan. I'm glad you're doing all right. But yeah, I've been overwhelmed with work and everything. But yeah, shit. If all prevent, I do like this vehicle. It's pretty sweet. Might end up being a gas guzzler though. I got to be careful of that. It's a V6, 3.1 or 3.2 liter engine. It's pretty tight. This is one that you put on the gas and it goes. It's like no hesitation. It just goes. I mean, granted, my little Nissan, it's got some get up and go too. It won't hesitate either. But this baby, when you put on that gas, you know that motor's going. Oh. This thing has a key fob entry to it too. You know, I'm kind of really, I frown upon using key fob If I was to get this vehicle, I would want it to be done by key, not by push button or anything like that. Yep, got a new car. It is nice, dude. This shit is like tits. It's really sweet. This has the auto start. It has keyless entry. You just walk up and push a button. As long as you got the fob in your pocket, you can walk up to the vehicle, push a button on the handle, and it unlocks the door. You just get in and go. Get in, put your seatbelt on, apply the brake, hit the button, boom. It starts automatically and you go. It has the auto lights, so that way you don't have to turn your lights on and off. Even if you forget them, it's no big deal. It has the fog lights to it. This thing is sweet. And the air conditioner is so cold, I swear to God, that'll freeze your ass out. The heating works good too. Depending on the model, looks like they are about 35,000. That's not too bad. I mean, it's bad because it's high up there, but it shouldn't be too bad. 20 miles per gallon. No, 27 highway. Yeah, it's about that. Yeah. Where my car, of course, is fuel efficient. It gets a lot more better mileage than that. I got a Nissan. Uh, oh shit! I have the Nissan Versa Note. I have the Versa Note, and that is like 30 something miles or so to the gallon. I don't have to fill the tank up for about a week or so. I think now I recorded everything when I went and saw the vehicle. He pulled it forward so we can do a walk around. I took and I recorded everything. This car, as new as it is, it's got a lot of chips on it and shit. So I wanted to be sure to record everything so you can see that I didn't do any damage to the vehicle. Because all I really need the vehicle for is basically to, um, just to go to work, really. And I don't work too far away from here, except for I work in you know, well, what the fuck, home dude fucking doxed me anyway. So he kind of knows that I live out in doggone. Oh shit! What the hell? What is this guy doing? Well, anyways, yeah. So he knows that I work in Palo Alto. No big deal. He ain't figured out where. It's not too far away from where I'm living. The SL is priced close to 40,000. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. Let's see here. There you go. There it is. Look at that baby. Oh yeah. See? See? Baby lights up. It ain't even started yet. One button push. Look at this shit. Has third row seating. Navigational. Let's see. Camera. This is the part that I was talking about. See, it has full directional view all the way around. Front, the back, the sides, and the backup part. And when you put it in reverse, boom. It has a reverse camera and everything. But it has all these gadgets. And insult to injury, it does this right here. Oh, I don't want to do that. Has a radio. Climate control. It's got heated seats. 4-wheel drive. Heated seats. Boom. It does both heating the seats and cooling them. And you got heated seats back here too. You have your own console too. This thing is sweet. Like I said, I love it. And this is just standard. These are the standard features on this. If it carries more, it has all for your touch tone, Bluetooth, everything. Driving controls. Different types of functionalities here. Different functionalities here. Different here. I mean, dude, this thing is tight. Hey, Gina H. Mm. I don't know, sir. Do you ever fuck the hell off? Go suck Isaac's dick, okay? Yeah, it is pretty cool. Let's see here. Damn thing sounds like a spaceship fucking or an airplane fucking winding down. It has memory seat. This thing has memory seats. Oh, look at that shit. That's tight. I love it. Yeah. Hey, pie guy. That's too nice for you. Better let me have that. That I'll get you a you go to drive. Thanks, pie guy. God. Yeah, but like I said, this thing's got like the third row seats and shit like that. I really don't need anything like that. But where have I been for 3 days? Well, I've been extremely busy. I've been working a lot. Let's see here. That's too nice for you. Better let me have that. That's cute. Let's see here. I should do this. Ding. Invite a guest. And then go here. Go here. Dink. There we go. Oh, by the way, I noticed on somebody's stream a couple days ago that Doug made a comment saying that it wasn't Nick. I know it wasn't Nick that porn bombed me. So, Doug, if you're paying attention to this, I know it wasn't him. And I also know it wasn't you either. I kind of figured that out when home dude, the one that came up and porn bombed me under your picture, I noticed the motion in the camera that he was going from screen to screen. So he was making it look like it was you and making it look like Nick. So I have a pretty good idea as to who the hell was behind that stupid crap. Mr. Whalen. Well, anyways, if anybody wants to come up on panel, they can do so by clicking on the link there in the chat. You must be 18 years of age and you must show yourself on camera. I think I know of a better way of verifying if oh, that's nice, Gina. Is the Reaper out doing some nighttime soul collecting? Yeah, I don't know. No, I think he's chilling. I think he's doing some soul checking there in the doggone Red Dead Redemption 2. He loves collecting their souls. He is so tormentive. He likes to rope them and then drag them through fire and catch them on fire, man. He just loves doing that. Mighty Mouse, what's up, my man? It's just me. My check will be short this payday. I don't know there. I've just been busy. I've been okay. Yeah, no, I've just been busy. I've been overwhelmed with work. No, I mean tomorrow I'm even going to be busy. I'm going to try and get on here as soon as I can get back, but supposedly I gotten a message from the place that did the work on my car, and they're saying that it's already done. And man, that fucking quick. It's amazing. So tomorrow, I guess, first I'll go up there to verify it because it dumbfounds me. The lady said that the car wouldn't be ready until sometime next Wednesday. And then I get a call today saying that it's ready. So I guess I'll have to stop by the body shop prior to going um, to the rental place to turn the vehicle in. So I want to make damn sure that it's done. Um, gotcha. Oh yeah. I figure I should go live real quick and at least do a little bit of an update because I know the algorithm will be affected if you're off out of the equation for a little while. If you stop producing videos, it will start ranking you back. So now, see now it to me it doesn't matter how big of a vehicle or what type of vehicle that this rental place would have set me up with because I can drive just about anything. Now I've never driven a Tesla, and I've only driven a um, what do you call it? What the fuck? What kind of car was that? Um, Not a Tesla. I haven't driven a Tesla yet, and I've never driven a Tesla, and I've only driven a Prius. I've driven a Prius once. The transmission on both of them, I imagine, are just totally different. But I don't think they're hard to drive. The doggone Prius wasn't hard to drive either. It's just that vehicle doesn't set in a gear or in a park position. It sets into a neutral, and you gotta always use the handbrake when you park. That I'm not used to. But yeah, I can do manual transmission or automatic, don't matter. I've even driven vehicles that have the automatic transmission that you can dump down into a stick shift automatically. It's weird. Kias have that. It's kind of really trippy. But I can drive just about anything that I can even drive those double clutching trucks as well. So it wouldn't have mattered what this rental agency was to give me. I got a lot of that from working doing auto detailing years ago. My first car that I ever driven was a manual transmission. So, hello. One of these days, I'm going to get a hello back from her. Keep a trying. But yeah, Monday was really rough because I had done a lot of stuff prior to me going to work. In other words, I was extremely, extremely exhausted when I got home that day. They were going to literally sit me out on a 16-hour shift. That would have been, that was a nightmare. The day shift is totally different from the night shift. And on that property, um, during the day shift, you got checkpoints. You got to drive around. Well, you can walk around, but as big as that complex is, I'm not going to do that. So it's just a waste of gas to sit there and have to go around doing these checkpoints every hour. Usually, what I would do in that position and what I have been doing is I just position my vehicle in the most active areas where there are people coming in and out. and I make the best of it. Taco Bell lover, what's up? Well, thank you, Taco Bell lover. Terry Taylor. Welcome to the stream, guys. Hey, by any chance, if any of you guys are new in here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification. Click on that all button. Um, and if you really like the stream, I really would appreciate it if you give a big thumbs up. That thumbs up really helps the algorithm. And it hoes me out even further each day. And if by all means you feel that you got to trick me out on the old corner there, go right on ahead. Share me out to your social media. Much love goes out to each and every one of you. Oh, you're a new sub. Awesome. Well, thank you. I really do appreciate your subscription. Well, let's put it this way. It's a ripoff to live in California. I pay like $2,000 a month for a one-bedroom apartment. You tell me. It seems nice, but that's, looks can be very deceiving. If you're a real rich fuck, it probably won't affect you that much to move out into a state like this. If you like being taken, this would be a perfect place for a rich person to go. But yeah, you'll be took. One of these days, I'm going to wake up and there's going to be a meter over my head talking about, yo, this much in credits for breathing air. 400,000, huh? No, nine. No, there ain't no place in California it's 900,000. No, it's in the millions. Okay, there's no house out here that is less than $1 million. That's a given anywhere. I don't you move? It costs 450 for a one bedroom in Georgia. Well, here's the thing: they got you by the balls. Okay, given the circumstances of my income, it's impractical for me to move. You make it to where you can't go anywhere. If you leave this state, you're going to leave destitute. That's for damn sure. Am I near the beach? No. Well, actually, I am. I'm at least a good 20, 30, about 20, 30 minutes away. And that would be in Santa Cruz, where the people are there. Yeah, it does, and it's over 13%. It's high, very high. In your state's income taxes, I mean, what they take out of your check, it's a travesty. They take out almost $500 every 2 weeks in taxes. And I make minimum wage. So if I make minimum wage and they gouge me for almost $500, can you imagine if I was pulling down 20, $21 an hour, something to that effect? It's off the charts. You can't win for losing. You can't lose for winning. Well, you can't win for losing. Either way, you're fucked. Oh wow, Austin, Texas, huh? That's cool. So if you make 100K in California, you'll probably only see on 100K, I'd say you'd probably see roughly around 60K of that. Minimum wage is like $15 an hour, or excuse me, $16 an hour now. No, I believe it's 15 something. I make 16.50 an hour. Yeah, it is robbery. You damn right. These assholes expect you to lay down and take it. If you bat a brow or you're pissy, then they say you got anger issues. No, I don't like people when they rob me. I mean, they're not literally putting a gun to your back, but they might as well be. Do you work overtime? Yeah, I do. And the state takes a good portion of that overtime too. I mean, what the fuck? They don't work for it. They don't work for it, but they sure do expect me to pay it. It's another reason why I don't like wanting to work any overtime in this state. And you know, a lot of people they think, oh, go get two jobs. This way you can't get caught up in that bullshit. No, they got their way around that shit too. As a matter of fact, if you get two jobs, it's under a different tax bracket. And when you go to file your taxes, they say they're taking too little, and you'll end up still owing. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. This state has a way of really fucking you hard. So don't think for a minute that you're gonna get away with anything, because you ain't gonna get away with shit. This state has no mercy, none. Taco Bell, have a good night, Bulldog. I have school in the morning. Alrighty, Taco Bell lover. You have a good one. It's a racket. These damn taxes. I mean, God, I mean, even in the Bible it says give Caesar Caesar's due, but it doesn't say anything about when Caesar's ripping you off. I mean, what do you do? You want to pay your fair share in taxes. There's nothing wrong in that. But they have to define the word fair. They don't. As a matter of fact, these stimulus checks went out to people. I haven't gotten not one stimulus check, and yet they're working on a second or a third stimulus. I ain't got shit. Yep, I have not gotten not one stimulus payment. Oh, by the way, guys, all those who have gotten that stimulus payment, you better look under that fine line of that stimulus, because that stimulus payment for some is considered a loan and they will be taking it back. Why did I not get one? I don't know. You tell me. When Obama was in office and he was doing this so-called stimulus, it didn't matter if you said yes or no to it. He sent every American a check. Every American. And it said non-negotiable on the fucking thing. And people didn't even need it. They didn't need it and they didn't want it. But now we're through a pandemic and it's something that could have really helped ease the fucking bills. Yeah, it's fighting tooth and nail to get it. Well, it's nice that others got it, but to dead people, probably sounds familiar. Sounds like something they would do. Look at some of these big businesses. Some of these big businesses went off of loopholes, and they were taking millions of dollars in relief and aid. And that was the government's fault because the government didn't stipulate as to what could collect them checks, because a lot of big corporations have a bunch of little businesses that have 50 employees or less. I don't know, like Taco Bell or McDonald's or all of them fucking places. Each establishment carries a certain amount of employees, and they were able to capitalize off that shit. Now, granted, some of them companies did give the money back, but that was because it was brought to their attention. They weren't supposed to have it. Yeah, it is BS. It is BS because now it's the time that we really need it. It's a time that it can help me fluctuate my bills, that's for sure. Yeah, it's only because they were proving that they didn't need it. It didn't affect their businesses. I think it's funny how fast food wasn't affected, but yet all these restaurants had to shut down, all these mom and pop shops and all that. A lot of those big corps stimulus into giving the money back. Yeah, they got pressured into it because it was brought to their attention. But now in any other state, I'd have been fine for as far as, I don't know, filing for taxes. See, I kind of gave up on that concept of filing for taxes because of the fact that I know I'm not going to get anything back. I mean, it's just hideous to sit there and even file. I have my employer take out the maximum allowed. In other words, I don't declare any independence. And the thing of it is I mean that I've always done it that way because at the end of the year, I knew I could put down like my dependents that I did have. My kid's grown, so I don't even have a dependent on that way. So in a way, I just don't file it that way anymore. But still, even then, I still should get money back. But yet I don't. They say that I'll end up owing, and I'm going. You're fucking off your rocker if you think I'm going to give them one more dime of what I'm making when I'm barely even scooching by on the income that I have now. Is your regular shift at work from 12 to 8? No, it's just 12 to 8, not 8:30. And yes, they pay me through my breaks, including my lunch. But I'm under an obligation that says that once you land on a site, once you're there, you're not to leave the property. So as lieu of that, they pay you through your breaks and everything. So all you have to do is just bring your own lunch. You're good. And that's through most security agencies, by the way. Most security agencies will pay you through your breaks. If they don't, then they have nothing binding you to the property, and you can leave the property to go take your lunch if you need to. But and it's okay to be under that kind of scrutiny because the thing of it is most companies, even though they have that set in their policy, most of them, depending on where you're at, they will give you the opportunity to be able to do that. In other words, some will allow you to leave the property to get lunch if you didn't bring one with you. And so it's not like they're really strict on it. I mean, they can be depending on where you're at. To me, I just always managed. I bring my lunch with me, so I never have that issue. Is your regular? Okay. Do you bring a lunch and snacks? Oh yeah, yeah. Prior to my shift, I always go to a store or something and pick something up. Usually it's 7-Eleven. I don't have a loving wife that would cook for me to make sure that I have a lunch to go to work with, so I just buy from a store. Simple, easy peasy. But yeah, I get my own lunch. Oh, shit. Mm. Oh, wait a minute. What was that? Then it's the roach coach for breakfast. Yep. Yep. Then it's the roach coach for breakfast. Are you armed security? Yes. Yes, I am. Just depends on where you post it too. Not all posts are armed posts. Have I seen any good movies lately? Actually, it was a good movie I watched just the other night. It was actually, what was it called? Shit, what the hell was it called? It was something to deal with brothers. These two brothers grew up together, and they're twin brothers, I think. Or no, they were. I don't think they were twins. I just think they were brothers. They just had a hard time going through being adopted and stuff. And they were scammers growing up. It was pretty good. I got a slice of pizza off a roach coach one time, and it tasted funky. I looked at the bottom, and it was covered with green fuzzy mold. Yeah, You got to be careful where you're buying your food. That's for sure. I'm very conscientious when it comes to that kind of thing. I've ran across some bad roach coaches in my day too. I came across one a few years ago that was at the county hospital up here, and it really dumbfounded me as to how they were able to do what they did. But because of me, they got kicked out of there. And what I mean by that is they have a cleaning tool. It's a it looks like a Brillo pad in a way, and it's specifically for grills. It's a solid stone kind of ordeal, and it's got its soap and chemicals in it. And it does a very good job as far as cleaning the grill off, but you're supposed to wipe this shit down. Um, so people don't get sick, you know. But this particular roach coach wasn't doing that. They were just scrubbing the shit down and then going back to cooking. And you could taste it through the meat. You could taste it through the food that they were cooking. And it was just nasty. It's nasty as hell. And it took a while, but I had gotten the health department to actually check them out. Come to find out they had some violations prior to even my complaint. I just so happened to wrote it to the point that I'm like, hey, look, I'm an employee here. I should be able to get my lunch in a manner that's safe to eat. And with my persistence of going after them using the health department and using the director of the hospital, they finally had released their contract and told them they had to leave. Now, why they weren't shut down permanently is way the hell beyond me. Yeah, it's something to that effect. I don't know the name of the stone, but it does do its job. It does a good job. Just you got to wipe that shit off, you know. You're supposed to wipe it down and then oil down the surface and then take a towel and wipe it down and then re-oil the surface. But you use a clean towel. You don't use a dirty towel. How I knew about that stone is I worked for a place for a little while doing community service, and this place had that, and they showed me how to use it. So, and they stressed the fact that the shit's got to be wiped down properly because the stone carries chemicals that can be harmful to others. Not in a way of killing you, but can make you sick. So they were very adequate about that as far as making sure that I did it and did it right. So yeah, that's how I know about that. And this coming from a hospital of all fucking places. Hello, Sir Grim Reaper. Mm-hmm. So they were good, but leave a. Oh, well, yeah, if you don't wipe it down, if you don't clean it off, yeah, it will leave a residue. That's why you wipe it down. That's why after you do it and you clean the surface really good, you should have a little squirter like from a mustard thing or a ketchup squirt bottle. They usually fill it up with oil and they douse that the top surface with the oil to re-oil the surface. But it's not just for the oiling of the surface; it's to help clean it off. And you take a clean cherry cloth towel and you wipe it down real good, and then you take the oil and you re-oil the surface again. And you take your spatula and you shift it around, you know. But then when you're done with the spatula, you clean the spatula. But it only leaves a residue as if you don't do anything after the fact. Because I've never had that problem. I've never had it leave that residue. Oh, okay. Pie Guy asks, "Hello, Reaper. How is the soul collecting business?"
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful. Were you in there playing the soul catcher there on the Red Dead Redemption 2? Yeah, he punishes them. He ropes them and then he drags him behind his horse and he finds a burn pile and he sets the body on the burn pile on it. It releases the souls a little easier.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah, it got boring after a while, huh?
No, because I burned my horse up by accident.
Oh, the poor horse.
That was back when I had that Appaloosa or whatever.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Have you found Mrs. Z again?
Well, no, I haven't found that. But I've got these other ones. That's the ones I'm trying to hold on. That one that's expensive, two of them have died.
Hmm.
One of them burned up in a fire, but it wasn't my fault. It was its own fault. Second one got shot. Third one, it's the same horse.
You just keep rebuying it.
Yeah. And then I modify it to look the same. Because the tail color and how long the mane is. It's got the same mark. It's fucking $900. But they have more expensive horses. They don't look as cool. So I'm just going by what I like, not what by price or how fast it's supposed to be. Because the horse I stole is almost as fast. I'd say it is as fast as the other one that I paid $900 for. It's supposed to be all fast.
Man, I got a message on the phone. I guess you believe they're fucking done with the car already?
Yeah, I believe it.
She told me that it was going to be in the shop till maybe late next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Going, okay. Damn it. That means I got to turn that Pathfinder in probably tomorrow.
Oh.
I'll find out, I mean, I'm going to.
Well, you could always rent one at Enterprise now.
Yeah, but the price tag on them for renting them, it's like
80 bucks.
he told me no, he told me it was like 40 something dollars a day.
Oh, that ain't bad.
For a Pathfinder, it's not too bad.
The gas is worse than that.
Yeah, I just topped that fucking tank off, fuckers. They gave me the vehicle with 3/4 of a tank, and then he made the notion. He says, "Well, now we're not going to hold it against you if you bring it back in the same level that you left it at. You know that you got it at."
Right.
So, which is nice, but
What, you got a full tank in it right now?
yeah.
You should go to Santa Cruz.
I should take one of my PTO days and just fucking go around cruising.
Yeah.
You know, now on the fully loaded one, you know, they got the sunroofs and shit like that. This one doesn't have the sunroof. That's okay. I fucking love this fucker, man. I'll tell you what. Now they told me that sometime they resell these vehicles at auction and stuff.
Yeah.
So or they put them through other dealerships to sell.
Right.
So maybe I might be able to get a good deal on one. But I think it's tight, man. That fucking shit has good, you know, it's good steering, good handling, and when you put on that gas, it's there. No hesitation.
Well, when I win the lottery, I'll buy you one.
He says it's like 40,000 bucks.
Yeah.
Anywhere from 30 something thousand to 40 something thousand, whatever. Depending on what model you get. Okay. Already answered that question.
That's less than a Silverado, and it's faster than one. You know it's got a V8, but that Pathfinder will beat it.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually better than it.
Yeah, it's got some hustle behind that muscle, man.
Yeah. Right away, too, not that
Yeah.
lagging shit.
Doesn't hesitate.
Yeah. It's not that heavy either.
Now, if I fucking wanted to, and I'm never gonna do it, but you know, you just fucking hit that fucking hammer hard. You probably squeal the tires.
Yeah, you should.
Nah,
Why
fuck
not?
that. It's a rental. I never do. You know,
That's what you do it in.
no.
Right.
You do any damage, they'll hold you
You
accountable
didn't
to
do
it.
enough damage, just beat the shit out.
Nah. I know others do that shit.
Good
You know,
time.
we were going through the walkthrough. He was even showing me dings and stuff like that. I mean, seriously, there's good
I'm not,
chips off
I'm
that
not
shit.
saying dang it. I'm just saying step on it, smoke those tires. They're
Nah,
not going to do nothing to you.
I know, but you know what? It's not worth the aggravation. You know, you do that, that's called expedition of speed. And
Yeah.
sees you do it.
The
Yeah.
thing is, just look behind you. Nobody around. Ooh,
I don't know.
he's-
I mean, shit, I don't even do the shit in my own vehicle, let alone someone else's.
Oh, no, it's not some, it's some enterprise corporation.
You know, they're telling me, he goes, now I noticed you are a smoker. And so
Yeah, you can't smoke.
I says, no worries. I says, don't worry about any of that. I'll never smoke in the car. Good, because we'll know if you've done that.
They'll charge you $150 for that.
Have you ever been charged that?
No, I even burn holes in the seats and shit.
Really?
But I rented for a long time from that guy, so he cut me a lot of slack.
Man, I really like that. I'm a witness. The Reaper said he'd buy you a Pathfinder. Yeah, yeah. If you, but he's got to win the lottery, though. That's the thing. He's got to win the lottery. Mhm. Yeah, he wants to buy the Ponderosa and hire me as his security to sit on the porch with a rifle. Yeah, bulldog is starring in the new Fast and the Furious. I don't know. I'm not a speed demon. I don't like, I don't like test the vehicle to its limits, to its core, because you put a lot of wear and tear on the vehicle. That's just unnecessary, you know. Then when you really need to act in an emergency of getting from point A to point B, your vehicle may fail. So it's not a good idea to do. You should pamper the vehicle you have and keep it as long as you can. Because even though the vehicle's not mine, uh, still not a good idea. I wouldn't want anybody to treat my vehicle like that. So why the hell should you feel comfortable doing it to someone else's? I'm very weary of who I ever let borrow my vehicle because of that form of stupidity. Because there's a lot of people out there that feel, oh, well, it's not mine. It's also another good reason as to why I did a walk around with this gentleman and filmed the entire thing. So I can show that the vehicle is in the condition, it returns to the condition in which I had gotten it from. The gentleman was really nice about the whole ordeal, too. He was like, what, you want to film it? No, go ahead. It's okay. So that's what I did. Corvette one time, and the salesman insisted that I really put the car through its paces. Yeah, but there's good reasons for that pie guy. He probably assessed you and sized you up to know that you could afford to cover the cost of it in case if something went wrong. Some salesmen will do that. They'll tell you, hey, test the brakes, test this, test that. When you're test driving a vehicle that you're looking to purchase because you're buying it for you. This is a rental. It's from a rental agency. They're not going to say, hey, let's take a test drive. So, different type of scenario, different type of situation. Besides that, the vehicles are under warranty anyway, from a dealership. So, if anything was to occur, they're insured to do what they're doing. Corvette, that would be a kind of car I would never buy. Those are what you call death traps. They're not worth having. You get into an accident, you have to think, good Lord, if you end up walking away from it or surviving it, you better count your lucky stars. I think people are on a death wish when they buy them cars.
Oh no.
I was test driving. Oh, okay, I already read this one. Well, anyways, like I said, if anybody feels like coming up on panel, they can do so. I will definitely drop the link here. Cha-ching, cha-ching. All about a bang. And if you want to come up on panel, you can, but you have to be 18 years of older, 18 years or older, and you have to show yourself on cam. We may even have you do the little hokey pokey and turn yourself around, because that's what it's all about. Why? So I know for a fact I'm not being porn bombed. So if you don't want to do the hokey pokey, well, don't go up on cam. I'm not going to put pokey. It's just, yeah. Found a way that you can probably do this without having to, um, you know, rest sure mind that not going to get porn bombed. So I didn't buy that Corvette, but the salesman let me take it home for the weekend, hoping I'd fall in love with it. Yeah. Now, depending on your rating with them, you know, some salesmen will do that, some won't. I imagine you left your vehicle back in their lot, so they had some form of collateral, but because that's about the only way they'd ever do something like that. My mom, she went to a car dealership years ago. It was when she bought her Subaru, and she, you know, of course, they held on to her car while she was test driving it, and she was gone for, you know, I mean, hell, he told her, you know, drive it around if you want. You can have it checked out and stuff because it was a used car. Yeah, you know, you can do it as you please. Just please be sure to be back before the close of business day. She was gone 2 hours, and the fucking people threatened to call the law to say that she stole the vehicle. Of course, she rushed back to the dealership, and when she got back to the dealership, she was wanting to boot, scoot, and boogie and get the fuck out of there. The guy had pissed her off. But hindsight of it all, my mom did end up walking away with that car because the salesman felt bad for pressuring her, that she got a hell of a good discount on that car. She got it at a cheaper rate of what she thought she was going to get it for. So it kind of benefited her in a way, I guess. And all she wanted to do is show the car off. She went down to her aunts and talked to her sisters and stuff, and she was going to have her brother look at the vehicle because he was an auto mechanic to make sure that it was a good choice for her. Never got around to doing that. because she had to rush back to the dealership. But it ended up being a good car anyway. It was the last car she owned. Let's see here. You should take that Pathfinder over to the good Domino's and get a nice pan pizza before you have to give it back to Enterprise. Yeah, really. There we go. And go. Wow. Shit. Too bad Serena doesn't live out here in California. Go pick her up and go pick up a pizza pie, and take her to the Santa Cruz pier where the people are viewed. I know she would have loved that. Hell yeah. Man, one of these days I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy one of them pizzas and bring it home, and if I can do a live stream eating it. Oh my God, those pizzas are so good. You know, trip it up, get triple cheese, pepperoni, sausage. You know, just do it up real good. Get it to where the toppings are just melting off that thing. Yeah. Yeah, but your gas gauge says 3/4 of the way full. The gas gauge is broke. Instead of putting my foot on the brake to start the car, I'll just hit the button. That way everything lights up and doesn't start. I'm sorry, we're out of gas. We can fold down these back seats and make the best of it. Where did this sleeping bag come from? I don't know. I just store it there just in case. Oh my God. Next thing you know, my old lady comes out of the hidden trunk with her meat cleaver. Hey, chop, chop, chop you. uh, there's a hidden compartment in there. It's in the back. It's pretty cool. It kind of threw me off a little bit there, seeing it. Yeah, it is. It's funny stuff. I mean, seriously, that fucker's got a hidden compartment in it. I shit you not. Be enough that a fucking body can stash itself in there. I don't know if this will work without me opening the door or anything, but well, I got the fob. But I should be able to walk up to it and push the button for the back door. See if it'll let me do that. Oh yeah. See, look at this auto door. See, hidden compartment. See, third row seat. It's pretty sweet. Huh. Then you just push the button. Think. That shuts all on its own. Sweet. Sweet. But see, fold down them seats and it'll go flush with it. Yeah, no, me and my luck. That's what would happen. My old lady would be stashed in the back there. She'd get up there. Honey, hi. Hi, chop, chop, chop you. Next thing you know, I'm pulling the Benny Hill act, jumping out of the car, running around. She's chasing me with the meat cleaver. Oh yeah, it is fun. It is fun. Like I said, I like this car. It may be big, but I would I would be running. Joanna would be chasing me with the meat cleaver, and Serena would be chasing after her to make sure she don't chop me in half. A good Benny Hill skit. Oh, oh hell. Oh, my Lord. Well, I am going to have to go here in a little bit because I'll have to get ready for what? Is Raf still working on your new intro? Yeah. Yep, yep. Yeah, I'll be right back here. Give me 1 second. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Ah. Ah. So hell, what's everybody else up to? No guests. Only 5 people in here. My goodness. Let me see. What time is it? 9:31. Hmm. Well, I suppose I still have the Benny Hill music playing in my head. Yeah, it is funny. Catchy tune. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, it's a good catchy little tune. I just still can't believe that television allowed the Benny Hill show to go on. Man, there was a lot of boobs that showed up in that show. I don't think they ever showed the bottom half of a woman, though. I think it was always like boob shots. Well, anyways, I suppose I should cut off out of here. But you're so bored. Oh wow. Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, it is kind of boring now. Nothing more to really talk about. So, but yeah.
Oh,
Hit you later. Don't work too hard. Yeah, there's not much more to do. All we do now is just keep an eye out for shit, in the parking lots and stuff. So we don't have to wand out any of the employees or any of that stuff because of the COVID-19. WYD? Wide? What? I'm like a dog, man, who heard a silent whistle and is going, hmm? What time is it there? Oh, 9:30 something. It's like 9:30. What? 9:36. That's what time it is here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I gotta start getting ready for work, so because I leave out of here at around 11, but it takes me a while to get ready and stuff. So, all right, guys. So I guess I will see you on the next one. Hopefully tomorrow we can. Well, let's see. Let's see how things work out here. Because I know if my car is completely done, you know, I mean, it stumps me as to how quick they got it done. I mean, they would have had to remove that door, file it down, paint it. They'd have to fill it, bond it. No, they couldn't have been done that quick. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. We'll see how this pans out. So peace.